Opening traps from level 1 to 5. Level 1, the Tarot trap. Alright, this is the Tarot trap. White starts off with e4, black plays c6, white then plays d4, black plays d5. Just a typical Tarot opening, nothing too special. White decides to play the advanced variation, e5, to gain more space in the center. Black then plays bishop to f5 to get the bishop out before he plays e6 to close out, to get the pawn chain, which is super solid. And this is all theory. White now plays h4. You might be wondering why white is playing such a weird move, playing pushing a pawn on the side. Well, you'll find out. Black plays normally e6 to strengthen the pawn chain. You might think black is super solid right now, but then white plays the move g4. The pawn is defended by the queen on d1, and now black can either play bishop to e4 or bishop back to g6. If black plays bishop to e4, then white plays f3, and the bishop is still forced back to g6. Now, white plays the move h5 to trap the bishop, and now white is just a piece up in the opening. Level 2, the Ladol trap. Alright, so this is the Ladol trap. First move, white plays e4, black plays e5, white plays knight to f3, black plays knight to c6, white plays bishop to c4, and black plays d6. Before the move d6, this is just a normal Italian opening, but d6 here is not a good move because it doesn't develop and just doesn't do anything at all. White plays a move knight to c3, just normally developing. Black plays bishop to g4, trying to pin the knight to the queen. White plays h3 to get the bishop away, and black plays bishop to h5. Now, white plays a very shocking move right here. White plays the move knight to e5. You might be thinking white is hanging a queen right here, but if black takes a queen, now white can play bishop takes f7. The king has to go to e7, and white checkmates with knight to d5. Very astonishing. But wait, if we go back here, after knight takes e5, black can also take the knight takes knight. If black plays knight takes knight, we can take the bishop right here, and then when black takes the bishop, you might think black is up material, but we have this crazy check right here, and when black blocks, we just get the knight, and then now we're winning. Also, after knight takes e5, black can take with the pawn, but then we just take the bishop, and we're still winning. We're up a pawn. Level 3, the England Gambit trap. Alright, this is the England Gambit trap. White starts off with d4, black plays e5, which is the England Gambit. White accepts the gambit and takes the pawn. Black plays knight to c6 to attack the pawn while develop at the same time. White plays knight to f3 to protect the pawn. Black plays queen to e7, attacking the pawn again. And white plays bishop f4, defending the pawn again. Now, bishop f4 isn't a good move because now it allows queen to b4 check, which checks and also attacks the bishop and also attacks the b2 pawn. White plays the move bishop to d2, defending the check while also moving the bishop out of the way, which allows queen to b2. Well, now white is not doing so bad, although he's down a pawn. But now white plays the mistake, bishop to c3. Well, it doesn't seem as bad because it defends the rook and the bishop is protected by the knight, and it seems like black has to move the queen out of the way. But black plays the move bishop to b4. White can't take the queen right now because the bishop is pinned to the king. So instead, white plays the move queen to d2. It defends the bishop, and also black still can't take the rook in the corner, which seems like a good move. But then black plays a move bishop takes bishop. Now, if you take with the knight, if you play knight takes bishop, you lose the rook in the corner. So instead, white plays the move queen takes bishop, which still defends the rook in the corner. However, queen to c1 is checkmate in one. Let's go back for a second. Here, white, instead of playing queen to d2, can take the bishop. Now we play the move knight takes bishop. Black is still winning. However, if white doesn't know what's going on right now, plays a move like knight b to d2, we just take the pawn right here, and the king cannot move. The only available move for white is to take the knight with the queen. Now we just win a free queen, and we're up a queen. Level 4, the Noah's Ark. Alright, this is the Noah's Ark. White plays e4, and black plays e5. White plays knight f3, black plays knight c6, and white plays bishop to b5. The Ruy Lopez opening. Black attacks the bishop. Black plays d6 to defend the e pawn. Now white plays d4, and black plays a6 to attack the bishop. The bishop goes back, black attacks the bishop again, and the bishop goes back again. Now black decides to play knight takes d4. White takes back, and black takes the knight, and white takes the pawn. Now, white is completely losing right now because this pawn cannot be taken. I'll show you why. Queen takes d4. Now black plays c5. If the queen goes back, I just play c4 and the bishop is trapped. So white plays queen to d5. It attacks the rook in the corner while also threatens checkmate on f7. You might think white is winning right now, but black plays the move bishop to e6. Now the rook is defended on a8, while the checkmate is also defended. White plays the move queen to c6 check. Now the bishop goes back, because if you play any other move, if you move the king, that's not really good. And if you move the queen up, you'll lose the rook in the corner. So black plays bishop to d7. Now the queen goes back, and you might think this is a draw. But now, we played the move c4. Now the bishop is trapped. Because the difference from before is the rook now is protected, and when we play c4, the checkmate is also defended on f7. So now we're just up a bishop in the opening. Level 5, the English opening trap. By the way, the game you are about to see are played by 2 super grandmasters. This is the English opening trap. First, white plays c4 and black plays e5, the English opening. Now white plays knight to c3 and black plays knight to c6. White plays knight to f3 and black plays g6, trying to fianchetto his bishop. All the way till here, like all the moves are pretty normal. Now white plays d4 and black takes. Now white goes for a tricky move, knight to d5, instead of taking the d4 pawn right away. Black plays bishop to g7, defending the d4 pawn. White plays bishop to g5, attacking the queen. Now, black plays a big mistake here. He played the move knight ge7. Now, white plays the move knight takes to d4. But you might think this move just gives away a knight. Well, not really. Black right now can't take with the knight, because if he does, we just play bishop to takes the knight on e7, and the queen is trapped. So instead, black takes with the bishop. Black is still up a knight right now. However, white plays the move queen takes d4, sacrificing his queen. Black accepts the queen sacrifice, and now white plays the move knight to f6 check. The king is forced to go to the f8, and now we play bishop to h6 checkmate. It's a pretty cool checkmate in my opinion because we only used a knight and a bishop to checkmate black. However, if we go back here, after knight takes d4, instead of playing knight takes d4, black can castle right here. So now if black castles, we play the move knight to f6. If black plays king to g7, we play we play the move knight to h5 double check. So black can't take our queen because both our knight and queen is checking the king. So black plays the move king to g8, and then we play queen to g7 checkmate. There is another option for black after knight to h6 is to play king to h8. So now we play the move knight to g4. However, this is not a double check, so you might think, well, black just takes the queen. Now we play the move bishop to f6 check. The king goes to g8, and white plays the move knight to h6 checkmate. Still, we only use the knight and the bishop to checkmate black, which is pretty cool in my opinion. Hope you enjoyed this video.